My friends, this is Dr. B, the best doctor in medicine. 30 plus years in clinical medicine, 30 plus years of experience at high level in medicine. Today, Dr. B wants to talk to you about the fastest growing cause of stomach cancer and how you can avoid it. Or if you already have it, that cause, right, of stomach cancer, what you can do about it. There is, guys, this stomach cancer is the cancer number 6, some years number 7 in humans, right? Extremely deadly cancer in its classic form, because by the time it is discovered, it's already too late and it has spread to your lymph node and to your other organs, because the stomach is deep over here at the top of your belly, right? It takes time for that cancer to cause symptoms, right? Like upper GI pain, bleeding, blah, 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 right? So by the time your doctor discovers the stomach cancer, it has already spread outside your stomach. Meaning it's no longer a stage 1. It goes to your lymph node, to your liver, to all your lungs and blah, blah, blah. So it becomes a stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4. Stomach cancer has different causes. Among many causes, the processed meat, red meat, processed meat, sausages, processed pork, processed beef, blah, 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 that is full of nitrate and nitrites, right? I posted a video about that. This processed meat that you eat goes into your stomach, and the nitrates and nitrites become nitrosamine. Nitrosamines are a very, very powerful carcinogens. But there is another cause that is growing of stomach cancer, and this is the number 1 fastest growing cause of stomach cancer, and it is a bacterium, a germ, a microbe called Helicobacter pylori, HP. Capital letter of the alphabet H and capital letter of the alphabet P. Helicobacter pylori. You don't need to remember the name, but remember HP. And as a mnemonic, remember the company, the electronics computer company called Hewlett-Packard, HP. HP, the microbe, HP, the computer company, right? So this microbe, this germ called Helicobacter pylori, also called HP, has already, as of today, July 2025, infected 50% of the humanity. It's crazy. 50% of humans have been infected already by HP, right? And this microbe, what is nasty about this microbe is that in about 20 to 30 to some studies suggest half of the people who are infected by this microbe develop gastric ulcers, right? Ulcers of the stomach. And a lot of them develop also cancer of the stomach. So a huge percentage, between 20 to 50% of the people who are infected by this HP, which is half of humanity, do develop symptoms because of gastric ulcers of the stomach, right? This acidity that people have, and also gastric cancer. So 2 diseases, bad diseases, that are caused by this germ, this microbe called HP, Helicobacter pylori. Now think about that. If half of the population is infected, you might be already infected, right? I know I'm not, because I did the test, and I'm going to tell you how to do the test in the comfort of your home. Very easy, right? I posted a video about how to do the test for colon cancer screening in the comfort of your home. Very, very easy. Watch that video. Here we are talking the fastest growing, we're talking about the fastest growing cause of stomach cancer, which is usually cancer number 6 or number 7, depending on the years. So it's a huge, big deal in public health. If, listen to me, if you have acid reflux disease, if you have chronic pain, discomfort, belching, burping, chronic pain in your upper abdomen here where you have your stomach, right? If you have constantly these symptoms that you don't feel good, belching, burping, when you lay down you have this acid reflux, if you have this irregular pain in your upper abdomen, especially that appears 1 hour after eating food and blah, blah, blah. Any abnormality in your upper tummy, you might have HP that has infected you already. Then you need to talk to your doctor. And many times what happens, you need to talk to your doctor to look for HP. Many times what happens is that your doctor gonna say, well, you got acid reflux, you got acidity, you got this pain. Well, you might have gastritis or gastric ulcer. I'm gonna prescribe you some Zantac, some Gaviscon, some Maalox. Here you go, here's the prescription, get out of here. I'm busy, I need to go into the other room, see my patient number 25 today, and I'm busy making a lot of money. So I don't have the time to spend too much time with you. That's how usually family doctors have become. They are busy making money. They are money-making machine. So they don't want to spend too much time telling you that you need to do this test to detect whether or not you do have this HP, right? Now, think about this. There are different ways to do this HP test to know whether or not you have this HP test inside you, whether or not you are symptomatic, right? As I said, half of the population that do have this infection by this virus that they got through their mouth, right? This virus, this bacterium that they got through their mouth. I will explain to you how you get that. Half of them have absolutely no symptoms. So maybe you have it, maybe I have it, but I said that I did the test already. There are different tests that you can do. I don't want to go into the details of the medical part, but an easy test that you can do is to go online on Amazon, and I'm not advertising, right? Go to any other website and Google and then type home test kit for Helicobacter pylori. Helicobacter pylori. Helicobacter pylori. Pylori, P-Y-L-O-R-I. Go on Amazon. It's going to cost you less than $10, right? And they give you the instructions. You go, you poop. You collect a little sample of your poop. You put it in that vial and you shake it, and it will tell you whether or not you have been infected by HP. Because HP, this germ, lives in your stomach. You got it through contaminated water, contaminated food. You got it from kissing somebody that has no dental hygiene, a lot of plaques, right, where the bacterium can hide. You got it by performing anilingus. Anilingus is the medical term that to describe this colloquial term called rimming, also called butthole licking. People who, with no protection, go perform anilingus. They lick the butthole of somebody else. It's called rimming during the sexual act, right? Contaminated food, blah, blah, blah. So the person is going to get that HP. The HP goes into the stomach, and in about 20 to 50% of these people who are infected, it will cause gastritis, gastric ulcers, and of course this pain and burping and belching and constant discomfort and blah, 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 right? And stomach cancer. But at the same time, a lot of this HP, as it multiplies, gets shed into your digestive tract, and it goes into your stool, into your poo-poo. And that's where you can detect it with that home test that you can do like this easily from the comfort of your home. And I went a few years ago and I ordered the test. I do it every year once. It's cheap, less than $10. I go to poop and I check, I take a little sample. They give you all the stuff that you need in that little kit. It comes in a box, right? Less than $10. Some are a little bit more expensive. Doesn't matter. It's a few bucks more. Who cares, right? You take a little bit of your poop with that little stuff they give you. You put it in that vial. You shake it, or it has changed its color. Blah blah blah. Every test is different, but it tells you what to do, and it gives you the results in a few minutes, and that's it. And you do that every year, so that you know if you have it or if you don't have it, right? And remember, in order for you to avoid getting it, once you know that you don't have it, I will tell you what to do if you do have it. Means if the test that you got at home and that you do it in the comfort of your home comes positive, I will tell you what to do. But if it's negative, means thank God I don't have the HP, right? I didn't get it. So if you don't have it, you need to make sure that you don't drink nasty water, dirty water. You don't kiss people who don't have dental hygiene, you see, whose mouth is full of plaques. You make sure you don't share utensils with other people. You make sure that the fruits that you buy, that you wash them carefully. You make sure that you follow very stringent hygiene for your food so that this bacterium doesn't get into your mouth and therefore goes into your stomach to cause stomach cancer and gastric ulcers, right? And gastric ulcerations, ulcers, right? Gastritis, inflammation of your stomach, right? Which eventually leads to a lot of these people to stomach cancer. So, and make sure, please, if you go poo-poo or somebody goes poo-poo and you wipe or you wash, that you wash your hands. So hand hygiene is very important. Don't go to these nasty restaurants where the staff don't wash their hands and then they handle all this stuff and you have the HP and you put it in your mouth because the guy didn't wash his hand while he was bringing you forks and spoons and your food and everything. If you go travel in other countries, make sure you drink bottled water, right? Don't drink this nasty tap water in all these countries and water from a freaking fountain, and don't eat the outside food that people give you. It's just nasty. How can you trust that? I don't get it. People go to Mexico, people go to these developing countries and they eat anything and they drink any cat. So without regards for their own health, for God's sake, right? And also make sure that you don't lick anybody's butthole unless, of course, you protect it. You have to use a dental dam, right? You go on Amazon, Walmart, any freaking, I'm not advertising. Go to any pharmacy buy some dental dams. D-A-M-S, dental dams in plural, right? One dental dam, many dental dams. And you put it like that on the butthole of that person, then you do whatever the katso you want to do. Or, if you don't have dental dam, you take scissors and you cut a condom in half. And you open it like that, it's cut in half, and you put it on the butthole, and then you lick the butthole, right? But you don't do it like this with no protection. Maybe at most you can get some disinfectant solution, iodine with alcohol, right? And you spray that anal area. Make sure you ask that person to split the anus open to remove those folds, because the butthole has a lot of folds, right? And in folds and crevices, the bacterium can still be present where you were cleaning superficially without opening those creases, those folds of the butthole. The butthole is not flat, right? The skin around it and the skin of the butthole has a lot of creases. It is wrinkled, so all the bacteria can go in between. So make sure you spread the butthole nicely, spray it with alcohol, iodine solution, clean it nicely, and then you can do whatever the katso you want to do. But don't put your tongue, like I see, like every guy, sometime I go watch porn. I mean, it's crazy what the people do, whether man, woman, anything in between, putting their tongue, their mouth everywhere. I mean, for God's sake, I mean, think about it. The butthole, the guy or the woman or anything between, they just pooped. So poo-poo came out of that butthole, right? And most people, I don't do that. Most people, they just wipe with toilet paper. I always clean my butt. I posted a video about that, with nice clean water, right? And then I have a solution of alcohol, and I disinfect my entire genitalia, butthole, everywhere. Each time I poop, I have some solution. It's kind of like a hand sanitizer. You can do that too. You use a hand sanitizer, right? And you put it on a nice big paper towel, right? Not a toilet paper, is not going to stand it. You put it on a big paper towel, and you wipe all this freaking hand sanitizer all over your penis balls, perineum, butthole, all your butt cheeks. If you're a woman, do the same for your vulva, but don't put alcohol inside your vulva. Remember that hand sanitizer has alcohol, so it's okay for your hand, but not good for the mucosa, for the lining inside, right? The vagina and the entrance of the vagina, no. It's okay for the labia majora and labia minora, but not inside. And of course, you can, just like you do with your hand, you can sanitize your butthole with hand sanitizer, and that's what I always do whenever I poop. My entire area is clean, sterilized, like my hands and everything, right? And then whoever want to lick my butthole, feel free to do it. But I mean, you're not going to lick my butthole after I just pooped and wiped with some toilet paper, or just washing with just water, right? Washing your hands with water is not going to kill the microbes, the germ. So somebody who has HP, has been infected by HP, and the HP is in the stomach and goes into the poop regularly, even when they wash their butthole with water, it's not going to kill the HP. It's still going to be there. You need to use a disinfectant, right? Then you can do whatever the katso you want, right? Whatever makes people happy in the privacy of their home is okay. Anyways, so this is what you need to do. You need to order that test online and make sure you do the test. And if you don't have if the test is negative, good for you, and follow all the stuff that I just said so that you don't catch via oral contamination, right? Through your mouth, this nasty bug that can give you gastritis, ulcers, and also stomach cancer. Now, what should you do Of course, if you have a test that you do at home that comes back positive, well, you have to immediately run to your doctor the same way you immediately run to your doctor if you have acidity, acid reflux, and pain, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And you tell your doctor, doctor, I have pain here. I have acid reflux, I have acidity, I have chronic pain here in my stomach. Don't send me home with some Gaviscon and Maalox and stuff like that. Can you, doctor? And in addition, look, doctor, I did the test myself. I'm positive for HP. If it's positive, the test at home, you need to do another test that has to be ordered by your doctor. And usually that is a breath test. They make you drink some urea that has been marked with carbon 14, and then you breathe out. And if you have the Helicobacter pylori, I don't want to go into the details of the test, then they're going to detect it in the breath. You're going to eliminate this marked carbon dioxide, and it will be detected, and your test will be positive, and then you will have the upper GI endoscopy. Then your doctor will send you to a specialist, a GI doctor, gastroenterologist, right, to do a fiber optic endoscopy to look directly inside your stomach. And they will do biopsies of your ulcers. They will do biopsies if they think you have cancer of the stomach, and blah, blah, blah. Do you understand? So what I would recommend is that you go online for $5, $6, less than $10, like I do every year, right? You buy that little kit. The best website is Amazon. And you type over there, home test kit for Helicobacter, H-A-L-I, Helico, C-O-B-A, Bacter, B-A-C-T-E-R, and space pylori, P-Y-L-O-R-Y. Very easy. Here, Helicobacter pylori. And you get the test at home and you do the test. That's what I recommend. You do it at home. If it's negative, then follow my recommendation about hygiene, about not eating junk, not eating contaminated food, nasty water, blah, washing your hand, making sure that you don't share utensil, don't kiss anyone's mouth who is nasty, dirty, has plaques, nasty mouth. People put their tongue in the mouth of anybody. It's crazy what people do. And then don't do butthole licking with no protection or no disinfection, right? And that's it, you're done. Then do it once a year, right? If the test comes positive, your home test, then you run to your doctor to do the complementary test, usually a breath test. And if that breath test comes positive, he will send you to a GI doctor to do an endoscopy, biopsy, blah, blah, blah. So it's a stepwise approach, right? But first, do the test at home and see what happens to that test, positive or negative. Of course, if you've been having for a long time pain here and blah, 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 as I said, acidity, acid reflux, pain here, blah, 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 you need to tell your doctor that giving you Zantac and freaking Maalox and Gaviscon is just not enough, because that will not treat the bacterium. If you do have the bacterium, you need to have 4 medication, a quadruple treatment. We call that the QT. 3 of those medication are, 4 of those medication are used in combination. I apologize, not 3, but 4 of these medication. I don't want to go into detail, but it's a quadruple therapy. Means if it is found that you do have HP, your doctor will prescribe you for 2 weeks, 14 days, these 4 medication that you will have to take 4 times per day. So it's easy to remember. 2 weeks of medication, 2 weeks, 4 medication together that you have to take 4 times per day. Your doctor will explain to you, blah, blah, blah. And then you can get rid of this HP and make sure you don't catch it again. So follow my hygiene recommendations so that you don't get HP. And I posted a lot of video about hygiene and how to clean your butt and blah, blah, blah. And watch those videos. Watch my recommendation, follow my recommendation, follow my advices, because Dr. B graduated from medical school 30 plus years ago, and I took the Hippocratic oath to never BS you, to never lie to you, to never put my interest above yours, to always put your interest above mine. And everything I tell you is not my opinion, is the scientific evidence in medicine, the scientific proof, unlike all these quacks that I see everywhere on the internet who talk garbage, who talk BS and don't know what the cats they are doing, but they do it just to get views and clicks and blah, blah, blah. It's all bullshit. A lot of it is bullshit. It's unbelievable. But Dr. B is a scientist. I'm a healthcare expert. And regardless of your gender, race, ethnicity, politics, blah, 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 gender, religion, blah, I don't give a cat. So I love you the same way I love medicine, and I will keep doing medicine for the next 50 years. And God willing, I will be there for the next 50 years. I'm 50 years young now. For the next 50 years to guide you through your path towards health and healthy aging, so that we can stay away from all these nasty diseases. I love you. I give you a big hug, and I talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.